Hello, great morning, my dear friends. Today we are going to commence with the first topic of my paper, business communication, and dealing with the topic, business communication. The first question naturally arises, comes before us, that is, what is communication? As a student of any branch of knowledge, we must begin with definition, explanation, the scope, and so on. Now let us see what is the word communication. The word communication comes from Latin language. It means communis. And the word communis is translated into English, and there are three meanings: to make common, to transmit, and to impart. Just try to understand what is the exact meaning of to make common. To make common is the concept related with the emotions, thoughts, opinions, love, hatred, likeness, dislikeness, etc. etc. Those are in my heart, in my mind, in my brain. And whenever I'm going to share them with you, those must create as those are in my heart, not less, not more than the origin emotions. Okay? This is called to make common. The word transmit is also related with the same concept. I'm going to share my ideas, emotions, thoughts, love and hatred, likeness and dislikeness, etc. etc. I'm going to transmit them as those are in my heart, in my brain, in my thought. And to impart means the same thing. It means that the word communication expects that a human being, while sharing the emotions, those thoughts must be made common, transmitted as those are. The concept of communication deals with sharing the thoughts, and there must be some kind of interaction, and this interaction should be meaningful interaction. What it is, I'm going to deliver lecture, you are going to listen me, you understand my thoughts, my views, my opinions. This is called meaningful interaction. Suppose you have simply opened your mobile, you have simply opened this YouTube channel, and you are not there. Nobody is going to listen my lecture. Means there is no human being who is going to listen it. So it is meaningless interaction. तुमच्यापैकी कोणीतरी बसून चंद्राकडे बघून कुणाच तरी चेहरा चंद्रामध्ये लोकेट करतात, and you are going to address a beautiful song, your love, your hatred for the moon. Is it useful? Because the moon is not going to listen you, understand you. Just imagine, without you, all the classroom, the benches, the blackboard are empty. They are waiting for you. While dealing lecture to you, I enter into the classroom which is empty. The benches are without you, and I deliver the lecture. The benches won't understand it. I hope that you have understood the point proper. Communication is not related only with the human being. Communication, the process is as old as the human organisms. Animal existed in this world. There is continuous communication in between every species. Just look at 3-4 photos I have shared with you on the screen. The birds, the lions, the elephants, the tigers, all are going to share. All are going to communicate. And this is the secret of living being. Okay? Sometimes even the communication takes place within the species. Just watch. The last photograph carries out 3 different animals. There is communication in between monkeys and the human beings. 2 animals are at war against each other. A small child, girl, is carrying out lamb. These are the ways we are going to share our emotions, our thoughts, our opinions, and so on. However, human beings or human communication are different from the rest of the animal world because we have developed a special biological power. Nature or Almighty God has showered some blessings. It is only human being who has fully developed vocal cords, and we are able to produce different patterns of voices. Just take the example of lion or even the cats and dogs. They can create certain limited sound patterns, whereas we may create number of we may produce number of voices. And human being is again bounded by memory, spatial memory. There is analytical mind, emotional world is there, different kind of qualities, intellectual qualities, and we are a social animal. And that's why we have developed a special kind of communication system. The first characteristic of human communication is that it is always supported with social and cultural context. What is social and cultural context? Our language is the property, and this property is not individual property, it is social property. Say for example, whenever you use Konkani, Marathi, Hindi, English or any language, these languages are overloaded with all our social and cultural references. There are different kinds of structures, social structures, say like economic structure, educational structure, political structure, familial structure, etc., etc., etc. I have deliberately shared 3 photos of the classroom. The first photo is from the European world. Just look at this photo and the images in this photo. And the second one, you will easily understand the different cultural context. मुली बाजूला बसलेल्या आहेत, मुलं बाजूला बसलेले आहेत आणि या ठिकाणी दोघांजणांच्या मध्ये खूप मोठा गॅप आहे. दिस इज द कल्चरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट. ओके, familiar structure, individual structure, the place of a man and woman, our cultural or ethical or moral, all those limitations, to do's or not to do's, enter into our language, enter into our communication. And so human communication is never without the social, cultural and historical context. Next one, human communication is always ongoing process. It is always ongoing process because it is never static, constantly subjected to change. The first picture will definitely help you to understand. Continuously these two traits, two images are going to communicate with each other. Interesting part is that change is the only unchanging law of this universe. Change is the only unchanging law of the universe. Everything is going to change, and according to the changes outside of the world, we are also going to change. आपण नेहमी बदलतो, आसपासची परिस्थिती बदलते, आपल्या भावभावना बदलतात, and those are converted into, those are recorded into our communication. So it is never static. It is never static. Next one is human communication is always interrelated, connected with the context. The first photo is the ideal classroom in Indian. Just watch it, enjoy. And then imagine that there is no teacher in this classroom. काय गोंधळ असेल फक्त इमॅजिन करा. या फोटोमध्ये टीचर इज प्रेझेंट इन द क्लासरूम and that's why the students are observing and following some rules and regulations. Without teacher, communication changes. Second photo is there. When these two guys are going to communicate with each other, do you really think that they communicate with each other? No, both of them are involved in another world, mobile world. And so the relations, the communication or exchange of ideas within these two things, within these two animals, let me call them animals, not human beings, depend upon this context. So whenever teacher enters into your classroom, your reactions are different. Whenever your colleague or your friend enters late into the classroom, your reactions are changed. We are the best actors, and according to the place, time, we are changing our communication. Next one is that our communication is whole, complete. Just watch these 4 photos. If you think that we communicate only with this vocal cord, बोलण्याच्या स्वरयंत्रणाच्या सहाय्याने आपण बोलतो, असं नाही आहे. Our body reacts whenever you are happy, angry or in a sad mood, extremely excited. This state of mind is revealed through your body language. Your body communicates. It never stops. And that's why the last photo, just watch it out. You will easily understand without the image of the head or face. In which state of mind these four images are there, four figures are there. कोणत्या परिस्थितीमध्ये, कोणत्या मानसिकतेमध्ये हे चौघे जण आहेत, त्यांची बॉडी लँग्वेज तुम्हाला पूर्णपणे सांगते. यू कॅनॉट स्टॉप कम्युनिकेटिंग थ्रू युअर बॉडी. It is body language. What is important for us that whenever we are going to study the complete process of communication, if it is possible, we are going to read these body languages. And the last one is human communication always requires certain channels for exchanging ideas. Certain channels are there where views, emotions, opinions, thoughts, ideas, likes, dislikes, etc. are communicated through this channel. For example, in day-to-day communication, we exchange our ideas through discourse or through discussion. That is called oral communication. Then there is photo. A small child is going to communicate some funny things with the help of mobile. Mobile is the channel through which we are going to communicate. Sometimes signs, signals, symbols also carry some messages. Just watch, these are the traffic symbols which help us a lot, instruct us a lot, communicate more through these photos. Next one is a young lady is looking towards the camera. In which state of mind, in which mood she is, you can easily understand. There is no need, but one should be there to understand it, watch it properly. Do you get the idea? Colors are also there, body language, movements, instructions, fingers, number of things are there, and those should be there for the communication. These are the channels. Communication is so important in our life. We cannot stop communicating with each other. It is impossible to check or cease or stop communication within the human minds, within the human beings. We continuously communicate with each other. Whenever you enter into the canteen and at the first sip of warm tea, you like it and look towards your friend and says, cha mast hai. Why? Because you must share your experience. You like the tea, cup of tea. You must share it. Without communication, we cannot live. Excommunication, समाजातून बहिष्कृत करणं, is the greatest punishment given to a criminal. तुरुंगामध्ये बंद केलं म्हणजे काय होतं, तर त्या व्यक्तीला कुणाशीही बोलू दिलं जात नाही. ही सगळ्यात मोठी शिक्षा आहे. Do you understand? So, from the next lecture onwards, we will begin with other technical things of communication. Thank you. Thank you very much.